guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. Today is going to be a little bit different video from my normal videos, because what I thought we'd do is we would just kind of take a look at some miscellaneous EDC stuff, I guess you could say, without going too deep in any of them. Just things that I will sometimes have on me, like this lighter, the Zippo, that's not a Zippo. Whoops. This is actually my little portable toolkit. This is a Zippo insert. You can put any bits you want into it. I've got a Phillips, small Phillips. I've got a T10. I've got a T8, and I've got a T6. So, I've got several Zippos. I've even got some Zippos, of course, that flame up, like this Zippo here. It's got a, I don't know if you can see that flame, it's got a little windless flame, but I've also got a Zippo that I carry a lot of times in my pack, in case I need to use it as a driver, right? And then there's little items like this. This is a little item I picked up from Meritech that I think is too cool for this room. It is a little sapphire glass, titanium caged magnifying glass, right? So, for example, I can use this to start a fire. It's got a glow gasket and a couple of replaceable gaskets to keep that sapphire glass in. It also comes with a glow cover, soft kind of cover, and an orange cover if you want it to be more visible in daylight. And this little lanyard, you could tie it to your pack, you could hook it up to your neck. But what I typically use it for is to kind of get numbers off knives, right? So I can really get in there and see what I'm looking at. See my blade steel there. Or I've taken it outside, like I say, and it is absolutely able to focus sunlight on a little bit of tinder and start a fire. So again, not something that anybody needs, but I find it to be kind of a cool EDC item, cool enough to where I picked it up. Kind of like this little tape measure here that also has, I don't have it over here, but it also has a little ring that you can hook onto it and then attach it to your key ring. I use it over here by my knife desk for measurements and stuff, but it's really well made, little titanium tape measure with a replaceable 3-foot metal tape. You can take this T6 screw out and replace the tape, or set that key ring holder down in there, put the screw back down tight, locks the key ring into the unit, and then you can add it to your keychain. But it's a nice little 3-foot tape, great for measuring things like my FocusWorks F2, so I can say, well, yeah, it's right over 4 inches. Just a cool little EDC item. Do I use it all the time? Would I use it in a pack? Maybe, maybe not, but it'd be good to have because it takes up just a little bit of room. And then my EDC flashlights, right? So whether it's an Olight, whether it's the FocusWorks F2, F3, which I've got in my pocket now, flashlights just seem to fit a space either in my bag. I've always got a flashlight in my car. I've always got a flashlight on my body. I think everybody knows that. We're all kind of flashlight people. But that's just something else. And if you're not looking for a regular flashlight, you might be looking for something like this laser emitted pointing device that's just super, super pumping of, it's actually dead. So we have to look at our big one here that is absolutely a torch, right? And I'll charge my battery on this other little guy. But that is the mini LEP, which is a laser emitted pointer, which is just a fancy word for a bright flashlight. Or you might want to carry a Sharpie, right? You might want to carry a marker that you can write with on wood or out in the elements. And this is a retractable Sharpie that is titanium that uses the retractable Sharpie input inserts, and this is a Mark Smith titanium little Sharpie holder. And then this is a County Com, the tie cage, which is for the little mini Sharpies, or you can use it to hide money, hide pills, hide whatever you're hiding when you're out in the elements, because it does have an O-ring and it does stay truly airtight, water resistant. Too weird stuff, right? I mean, this is not your everyday what you would need for a utility knife, but this is a Teal Design Works handmade little funky weird utility knife, right? It has this thumb stud that does not allow you to really do anything more than slow roll it. It's got this weird lock that's not a shark lock, but it's got a different locking mechanism. I find that the easiest way to use this knife is just simply to pull this little nub back and flip it open. Locks in place, exposes a lot of blade. Just a hunk of titanium, a cool handmade knife. And on that note, Teal Designs, or companies like Teal, also make these really cool, unique pry bars, right? This is a Teal Design Works pry bar that has really nice pocket clip that works very well. Acts as a nail puller, as a pry bar, and then you've got these magnetic bit inserts, which will hold 4 bits that I can either place there in the handle, I can place it there in the handle, or I can store my bits where they're not going to fall out, which I just thought was kind of cool. And this holds also a T10, T8, T6, and a Phillips, but you could put any bits in there that you needed. So those are a couple of EDC items that are by no means necessary, but I find them cool. And in the not necessary but cool category, we can look at things like this little Nori neck axe or this little Nori pack axe. It's got a belt clip that you can clip it to your mole gear if you want it on your pack. It's got this little lock to keep it from coming out of the sheath. If you set that lock to there, you've still got magnetic retention, so it's not going to just fall out. It's not going to come out of the sheath, but it allows you to remove it. This is a little fully jimped finger axe, finger cutter. You could use it to cut a lot of different items out, you know, in the wild, whether you're wild as a city street or you're wild as a campsite. It is a cool little tool that is, does it have a specific use that you just have to have? No, it's just a cool EDC item. You can wear it as it's designed, as the Nori neck axe, or again, it's got that belt loop. Just a cool little EDC item. Kind of like EDC pocket jank / fidgets. This is some handcrafted pocket jank from our brother Joe Isabella. Amazing, amazing, amazing work. He does a lot of different cool stuff that I like to keep around my office. You've got your more fidget type stuff, whether you're looking at your metallic ADC or ADBC, whatever you call it, yes, more expensive fidgets, or you know, your metal fidgets that do anything from sliding with ball bearings like this one does, to sliding and spinning like this one does, depending on what your fidget kind of language is, what you're looking for. I've lately really gotten into these Fidget Boy fidgets and these Vertex fidgets. I don't have a Vertex one here because they're 3D printed. I've got one on the way, and they work really well. They don't take up a lot of weight. You can put them in your fifth pocket, keep them somewhere where you might use it. I like to keep them just in my pocket, drop them down by my slip joint. And then we've got, you know, like your multi-tools. I'm not a big multi-tool guy, but I'm set up to be more than ready should I need to use a multi-tool. What I see a multi-tool main use for me is the pliers, and I've got a couple of different Leathermans. I like the pliers and I like the bit drivers. I like the bit driver so much that I picked up this little guy, which is a little bit ratchet, I guess, for lack of better terms. So I'll always carry my regular bits with me, right? Either in my little titanium bit caddy or just by themselves. But this guy allows you to take a regular bit, stick it in the ratchet, and the ratchet will fit in the end of your Leatherman, which allows you to then have a switchable ratchet instead of just your little mini bits, which also work well. And I've got a whole set of mini bits here in my little holder because I keep this in my pack. That's magnetic, so that stays down in there. And I usually clip this on the inside of my pack. But yeah, guys, that kind of keeps my EDC more than I need, really. But it's stuff that I've got because A, I saw it, it looked really cool. Somebody made it, and the fact that somebody makes a little tiny neck axe kind of gets to me, makes me want to get it. Some of these weird little Ultim small worry coins that don't weigh a lot are just great. You know, there's just a lot of different things that can make up an EDC that might not be, you know, exactly what you think it is until you've had a little more time to experience it. So guys, I don't know if this will be at all entertaining, but I did want to kind of give you guys a glimpse inside my pocket outside of what you normally see. But yeah, I appreciate you checking out my EDC kind of miscellaneous swag, but love each and every one of you. Appreciate each and every one of you. I do ask, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for that guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.